What physical and chemical changes are observed when ferrous sulfate crystals are heated? Physical change. The color of the crystals change from light green to light white as the crystals lose their water of crystallization. Chemical change. It decomposes to ferric oxide, Fe2O3, sulfur dioxide, SO2, and sulfur trioxide, SO3. Ferric oxide is a solid, while SO2 and SO3 are gases. 2FeSO4 solid on heating give rise to Fe2O3 solid plus SO2 gas plus SO3 gas.
Explain the thermal decomposition of calcium carbonate, limestone. Mention one of its industrial applications. Calcium carbonate decomposes to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide on heating. CaCO3, solid, on heating give rise to CaO, solid, plus CO2, gas. It is an important decomposition reaction used in the manufacture of cement.
Explain the thermal decomposition of lead nitrate. Lead nitrate decomposes to lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. Nitrogen dioxide gas is brown in color. 2PbNO3 twice, solid, on heating give rise to 2PbO, solid, plus NO2, gas, plus O2, gas.
Explain the electrolysis of water. The process of decomposing ionic substances into simpler substances when an electric current is passed through them is known as electrolysis. When DC current is passed through water, it decomposes to hydrogen and oxygen. The overall reaction is as follows. 2H2O, liquid, on passing DC current through it give rise to 2H2, gas, plus O2, gas. The number of hydrogen molecules produced is double that of oxygen molecules. Hydrogen is collected at the negative terminal after water electrolysis, while oxygen is collected at the positive terminal.
Explain photolytic chemical reaction with an example. Mention one of its industrial applications. A photodecomposition reaction is a type of decomposition reaction in which the reactant is broken down to its constituents by absorbing energy from photons. An example of a photodecomposition reaction is the decomposition of silver chloride into silver and chlorine, as represented by the chemical equation below. 2AgCl by absorbing sunlight give rise to 2Ag plus Cl2. Photodecomposition of silver chloride and silver bromide are used in black-white photography.
Describe double displacement or double decomposition reaction with an example. A double decomposition reaction is a type of decomposition reaction in which two constituent reactants interchange positive and negative ions and form two new compounds. Example: when aqueous solutions of hydrogen chloride and sodium hydroxide react, they exchange ions between them to form sodium chloride and water. HCl solution plus NaOH solution give rise to NaCl in aqueous solution plus H2O, liquid.
Write a note on the reaction between the aqueous solutions of barium chloride and sodium sulfate. The reaction between the aqueous solutions of barium chloride and sodium sulfate is a double displacement reaction. When aqueous solutions of barium chloride, BaCl2, and sodium sulfate, Na2SO4, are mixed, a white precipitate of barium sulfate, BaSO4, is formed. The balanced chemical equation for the reaction is BaCl2 in aqueous solution plus Na2SO4 in aqueous solution give rise to BaSO4, solid, plus 2NaCl in aqueous solution.
Explain oxidation reaction with an example. if a substance gains oxygen during a reaction, it is said to be oxidized, and the reaction is called oxidation. For example, if fresh copper turnings are heated, they become black due to oxidation. This reaction can be represented as to Cu solid plus O2 gas on heating give rise to 2CuO solid.
Explain reduction reaction with an example. If a substance loses oxygen during a reaction, it is said to be reduced and the reaction is called reduction. For example, if hydrogen gas is passed over heated cupric oxide, the black coating on the surface turns brown as it is reduced to copper. This reaction can be represented as CuO on heating give rise to Cu plus H2O.
Explain a redox reaction with an example. The reactions in which oxidation and reduction occur together are called redox reactions. For example, if hydrogen gas is passed over heated cupric oxide, the black coating on the surface turns brown as it is reduced to copper, and hydrogen is oxidized to water. This chemical reaction can be represented as CuO plus H2 on heating give rise to Cu plus H2O.
What is meant by rusting? How to prevent it? Rusting is an oxidation reaction in which iron reacts with water and oxygen to form hydrated iron, 3, oxide, which we see as rust. There are several ways to prevent iron and steel rusting. Some work because they stop oxygen or water reaching the surface of the metal. Oiling, for example, bicycle chains. Greasing, for example, nut and bolts. Painting, for example, car body panels. Galvanizing, for example, water supply pipes.
What is meant by rancidity? How to prevent it? Rancidity is a condition produced by the aerial oxidation of unsaturated fat or oils present in foods and other products, marked by unpleasant odor or flavor. Rancidity can be prevented by adding antioxidants, substances that prevent oxidation, to food. Storing food in airtight containers to slow the process of rancidification. Refrigerating food also helps to slow down rancidification. Replacing oxygen in the containers with another inert gas.
Chips packets are generally filled with nitrogen gas. Why? To prevent rancidity of chips which are fried in oil, packets of chips are filled with nitrogen gas. Nitrogen is an inert gas which prevents oxidation of fat and oil molecules.